Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about partial volume averaging. Alright, so partial volume averaging is going to be an artifact that we see on our image when we use thick slices. And now in order for us to understand this artifact, we kind of have to understand what's happening with our slice. Anytime that I go ahead and I plan a slice, I have to select a thickness of the slice. And let's say that I select a 3 millimeter thickness of a slice. Alright, 3 millimeters. And essentially what I'm telling the system is I want to capture 3 millimeters of tissue in each slice that I plan. And so in order to understand what's actually happening here, when I look at my image on my screen, I'm seeing a two-dimensional image. So anything that I acquire from a data standpoint in millimeters, I essentially pull out of my patient. In this example, I've got an axial slice. It's pulled out of my patient and I look at it. I'm looking at an axial slice. But in that slice, it's a two-dimensional image that I'm seeing on my screen, which means that 3 millimeters of tissue have been averaged together into one image. All right? So 3 millimeters might not be that bad of an image. It might actually look pretty good. But if I change that and I make this, let's say, a 10 millimeter slice, now I'm averaging 10 millimeters of tissue into one slice. And that's going to cause some blurring in my image because I'm averaging a lot of tissue together. A volume of tissue is being averaged together, and I'm looking at this image of overlapping structures. I've got the corpus callosum and the lateral ventricles and the basal nuclei all averaged together into one slice that I'm looking at in my image. So it's going to be this blurry mess on my image. Now, you might have noticed that there's some benefits, right? I like making these slices thick because I get more SNR, signal to noise ratio. But the problem is I'm starting to blur my image. So the remedy for this artifact is to use thinner slices, right? Just to use thinner slices, and yes, it robs us of some signal, but overall, our image is going to look sharper, clearer, and better, as long as we compensate for the SNR decrease. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.